Okay. I painted a second coat while she was having her technical difficulties. There's two coats of that. Cute little nude. All right, so let's get into the roses now. We're gonna use Queen of Hearts. It's like a very bright red, almost a hint of pink in it. Very pretty summery color. And I'm gonna use, not stripey, Shorty. Nice little point on it, and that should be perfect for drawing our little lines. Any little brush like this is fine. I think a long striping brush is gonna have too much length on it to get what we're doing here. So get a nice little brush. And then we're gonna go in with our red. And I'm gonna do 2 roses across here. You could do other corner, all around, across the whole nail, whatever you wanna do. So dipping in, brush it out a little bit, get the bristles nice and worked through. Someone asks if you can compare it to Flaming Red. Do I have that one? Possibly. I will look at the end. Okay, so I always start in a center for roses with a little C or half circle. Like, and then we're gonna just work around in a circle. Whoop. See, I'm so close. I couldn't even see I was touching it. So we're gonna work in a circle going around our center here and get a little bit wider as you go. And I like to work them where the empty spaces are. So in this case, you have the opening here on the circle. So that's where I'm going to start my first petal around. And it's just like a little tiny circle again. And then come to the other side and swoop it around. And then fill in the gap here. And you can overlay them a little bit, like, and then keep working in your circle. So we have a gap here. So I'm going to cover that area, not cover it, but work above that. You can start putting them into kind of a swoopy or little points on them, like the points of the petals. Dip it in again, working in this gap here. Make a little thick petal coming out, and then swoop it down again. So now I've got a spot right through here that I'm going to fill. Getting the petals a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to leave this, at this point, I'm going to leave the top alone and just fill in more in the bottom. So we'll cover this little empty spot here. And this one up here. Just so. That looks pretty good. All right. So then we're going to do a smaller rose next to it. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Start with a little C in the center. And then we're going to swoop around. And swoop the other side. Going over the gap area. Like a little house, little arches. rooftop. Come back around. And we're gonna go one more over here to fill into where the other rose is. Maybe one more up here. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right. So those are our easy little swirled around roses. I'm going to pop that in the light, and then we will do the leaves on them. All right. Any questions on that so far? Don't think so. All right. Talking in circles. I am obsessed with this color as well. It is a pastel green. It almost looks neon green on my camera, but it's very pastel, very soft. Super cute for spring.
That is really funny how that looks so neon on the screen. And it's definitely
looks
not
very
neon.
bright on here, but it's not at all. I assure you it is not neon. It's very soft. It's very similar to Veggies and Vines, yeah? If you have that one.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison. I think it's just ever so slightly more green. Veggies and Vines was like a little more white, but it definitely reminds me of that.
Yeah, I have that one right here. Veggies and Vines. This is Veggies and Vines. So yeah, they're both pastel, both very soft. This one's just a little bit greener. Super cute colors. All right. Did someone ask if they've introduced the new colors yet? They just came out yesterday, I believe. And I have swatched all of them on my social. Okay, so for the leaves, we're just going to come into the corners, and I'm putting a little glob on my brush, and then we're going to teardrop it where you push it down and then lighten the pressure and slide it along the length. So I'm going to start right here. Push it down and then slide it. And I'm put another one right next to it. Push it down, slide it out. And then I'm going to turn it around, come down here to this corner. Push it down and slide it out. And then I think I'm going to put one in between again. Push it down, slide it out. Very cute. Might do another one down here. Like so cute. All right, so we're going to cure that. And again, this is what the sample one looks like. Very cute. Not too difficult. So I'm gonna top these with the P+ and a wipe top coat. If you watched my last video, you will know that it's one of my favorite things now. Someone asked what brush I used for the leaves. This is Shorty. It's from my Elegance. And their brush collection. It's got a nice little point on it. Okay, and now we're gonna top coat this one. Smooth it all out. I think it works pretty well in smoothing out the art, so should be fine just doing this. If you feel like yours is really bumpy, you could also go in with something like Skinny Jimmy and just do a thin little coat over that, help smooth it out, and then top coat it. But this looks pretty good. Smooth it nicely. Okay. We're gonna give that one more cure. And then let's do this one next, I think. Okay, we'll wait for that to finish and we'll look at them side by side. Any questions on this one before we move on? I don't think so. All right. This one might be the most difficult one, so just waiting for the light. Oh my goodness.
It's like when you're working on one nail on a client.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
like, come on.
So there we have them. I did the second one a little bit bigger apparently, but that's okay. It looks cute going all the way up the side of the nail. And I absolutely love the sheen in that nude color. Yay. All right. Let's move on to our next one. This one is also using the new colors, but this time I'm going to use Whimsical Whiskers. That's the really soft pastel pink that's in the back. My light does not want to stay where it is. I apologize. Okay. And then we're going to be using Queen of Hearts again. Let's paint our background using the gel polish brush for all of my buttercreams. And this one is Whimsical Whiskers. It's like a very soft bubblegum pink. Super cute. And I'm gonna paint 2 coats of this on here. We have so many good pinks in my Elegance. They're obviously biased because pink is the theme, the brand theme, but yes, so many good ones. All right. That is cured. Gonna do a special shout out to Off With Their Heads because look at that. It's so good. I'm definitely gonna wear this one this summer. It is a very shimmery orange and I am obsessed with it. So go get that one for sure. How does that compare to Trippy? Trippy real quick. Trippy is a neon orange. So here is this one. So yes, this one is very bright orange and it's almost red. And then this one is much more like a golden orange. It has the golden shimmer in it. So I feel like it comes across neon, but I don't think it technically is, not like this one, but it's very pretty, very bright. All right. I love doing the comparisons, so I'm happy to do as many as you guys are curious about. Okay. So let's do a second coat of this one. Whimsical Whiskers. It's such a delicate color. I feel like this shade of pink is always popular with clients. Never goes out of style. It's got like a hint of white in it. All right, we'll give that a cure. And then for this one, we are doing like a little cross hatch of hearts. And I'm going to be using Shorty and also a dotting tool, a small dotting tool, because we got little tiny hearts going on. Okay, so let's get into those. So the trick with hearts is to do 2 dots side by side and then use your tiny brush to connect them at the base. And for this design, I'm going to start down the center, do all of my dots for the hearts going down the middle. Right next to each other. So bring it down a little bit. And I'm going to keep working that down the center till we get to the tip. Okay. And now I want to go in the in-between areas. So between our current dots down the sides. And buttercream is very nice and thick, so this isn't going to flow anywhere. So we don't need to worry about flash curing it or curing it right away. We have time to get all of our hearts down on here. Working in between. I'm running out of nail on the side, but that's okay. It's going to blend off of the nail. And then the other side. Repeat the pattern. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to Shorty again. And I'm going to work it through my color. Okay. So we're going to make a little triangle on the bottom of each one, basically setting it into your dot, pulling it down, setting it into your dot, pulling it down, and then blending it in. So we're going to go down and then fill in the gap, just so. My light is going crazy. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing, pull it down, and then fill in the center. And you can dip it back in and get some more gel on there if you need to. And then we're just going to keep working all of these into the hearts. It's not too difficult, but with how many are on here, I suppose it's a little bit tedious, but it looks very cute in the end. And then work down the sides. And last one over here. It's a little bit of a half heart going on. this side. Careful not to bump your other ones. And last one. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So now we're going to add little lines connecting all of the hearts. And I'm just going to go down the center again, like last time, still using the Shorty. And we're going to put little lines connecting them all. And then we're going to go up. I feel like it's easier to pick one line and repeat them all and then go back and do the others rather than doing all the lines on one spot, because it's easy to get confused about where you are and possibly miss something. But if you do the same line on each side, you're not going to miss it. And there we go. That's all of it. So cute. Very easy to do. Just some dots and lines. All right, so we're going to cure that and give it a top coat. That's curing again so that we don't have downtime. I feel like I have to share Ask Alice because it's literally the only one I haven't shared yet. So this one is Ask Alice. For some reason, like green blues show up very blue on my camera as well, but it's definitely a green blue kind of teal color. It's very similar to grade A, I believe, if you have that one. Grab it. Oh, and Petty Party might be even closer to Petty Party. Somebody asked about another color. Yes, Petty Party. Well, what was that? Okay. So, grade A and Petty Party. So it's actually a full array there. So grade A is a little bit softer, a little bit greener than Ask Alice. And then Petty Party is a little bit darker. It looks dark on here, but it is not. And then Petty Party and Ask Alice both have a very subtle shimmer in them. Ask Alice is a lighter version of Alien Invasion. I have that one in P Plus. So let's look at that. Okay. So I feel like this one is a little bit closer to Petty Party. It's a little bit darker. So yeah, Ask Alice is definitely lighter than Alien Invasion. I love Alien Invasion too. It's such a good one. Okay, so let's top coat this guy real quick with the no wipe. And this one will smooth out nicely. Yeah, so they're just like one color shift away from each other, like in lightness. I also like that this red does not streak. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced it before, not necessarily with Light Elegance, but with a lot of gel brands. the colors still have inhibition layers, and red is always so streaky when you come in to top coat it, and you have to wipe it off sometimes if you're working on a really light color like this, but zero streaking, very beautiful application. So we're gonna put that in there and cure that. And then yeah, close that one up. That's Galax, very cute. This is turning into a little on the side new color collection reveal. All right. That one was very simple. Went very quickly. Okay. Yes, we love a great reveal. Seeing all the new colors. Next, let's do this little ribbon one because it's so cute. We are gonna use, wait a second, this one's done. Here we go. And here is our little heart ones. Very cute. It's almost like a Valentine's fishnet look. Just adorable. Okay. So let's do this little bow. Super easy as well. For this, I'm gonna use What's in Your Basket is the base color. And then we're gonna keep on going with Queen of Hearts for the artwork. So, what's in your basket?
And haven't seen those bottles in a minute.
I know. We're busting out an old one here. Oldie but goodie. And this is just a, I don't know how to describe this, like a red undertone pink. Very pretty color. There we go. I'm gonna pop that in the light. We'll do 2 coats of that. And I feel like I should be going through the glitter colors now between curing. All right, do we want to see the glitter colors? Nobody wants to see the glitter? Yeah, let's see the glitter.
I love that. Show us the glitter.
The glitter. Okay. Glitters. I'm gonna start with this one. Down the rabbit hole. This one is like a champagne, almost like a white gold, very light gold. Very pretty. Okay, let's paint our second coat of What's in Your Basket. A very pretty color. So smooth. All right. Give that a cure. And then we have Twisted Tea Party. This one is almost like a nude glitter. Do you guys remember Nudie? I don't know. I feel like we have quite a few in this range. See what nude looks like. Wait. Mercury Meltdown is similar. This is also from the Alien Invasion, same collection. Mercury Meltdown has hollow glitter in it as well. Similar though. Mercury Meltdown's just a little bit chunkier and has the hollow glitter. Okay, Let's get this one going. We'll come back to our glitters. All right, so we've got our base. We're going to go in with Queen of Hearts and our Shorty brush again. Whoop. Okay. So just going to start with a little dot in the center. And then we're going to basically make little triangles on the end. So I'm going to swoop out one side. I like to put like a little arch in it rather than a straight triangle situation because that looks a little bit more like a bow. I'm going to swoop it in. And then same thing underneath. We'll swoop it down. Okay. And then on the side, I'm going to give it a little dip on the edge. So we're going to swoop around, dip down, swoop back out. Almost like a heart. And then same over here. And then in the center, put a little line, like a little crease on the bow. And then the parts coming down, they're going to come down in little arches again. Swoop it down. And then another one. Coming right along the edge, a little bit longer. And then connect the ends at like a little angle. Like, and then I did a little stitching around the edge. Someone asked to see Whimsical Whiskers and Couture. I will definitely show those in a second. And someone asked about the brush again. This is Shorty from Light Elegance. Same one. And then to keep our stitches even, I'm gonna work around it, top and bottom, top and bottom. Like, and then I'm gonna do around the side. And then in the center. And then fill in the spots. This is the best way to keep your art symmetrical and even on both sides, is to work it back and forth. That way you know you have the same rather than just going down one side and then hoping it comes out even and you're not squishing them together. But yeah, just like that. Easy peasy. You could even put like a rhinestone in the center of the bow if you wanted. So cute. I'm going to pop that in the light. And you let it cure. Okay, someone asked to see Whimsical Whiskers and Couture. Whimsical Whisker. And Couture was from our last collection. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so there are those two. Couture is a little bit darker and it also has that shimmer in it, like a pearlescent finish, whereas this is very much a cream finish. Both good ones. Okay. And then new color, Cheshire Tom, has been the most popular among my clients so far who have been getting them. It is a pink glitter, and it's got like some purple and gold and silver glitter in it. It's very cute. And like I said, it's been very popular with my clients. Let's put a top coat on this guy. Somebody said that Cheshire reminds them of Irresistible. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, oh, not on camera. Here we go. There's that one. Another very easy one to do. Give that a cure. And then we have Happy Unbirthday, which is the new orange, which I always love to see. This one. We have the orange glitters. I'm thinking it's probably like Nice Melons. Ooh, very similar. Nice Melons a little bit finer maybe. And this one has a little bit more reflection in it, like a little bit more sparkle, but very similar. I love Nice Melons, so I'm very happy to have some more. Okay. And then we have two green ones. Is the new collection sold separately or just as the set? I believe you can buy all of the colors separately as well. We're all mad here. It's like a lime green. And it's got gold and green glitter in it. Very cute. Green and oranges are my favorites. And so I always love when we get new ones. And then the last one is 6 Impossible Things. One second. Okay. So there's our bows. Very cute. All right, let's come back to the glitter and we'll move on to this. It's like a little tic-tac-toe X's and O's, but we got X's and hearts instead. So for this color, for this nail, I'm going to be using the base is Sandcastle. And then I'm using black tie for the lines. And then I think I used Red Rover, but we're just going to stick with Queen of Hearts. It's really good red. So let's paint our base coat down, Sandcastle. It's a cute nude color. Has excellent coverage. There we go. Pop that in the light. And then we'll take a look at 6 Impossible Things. This one is a very fine glitter. And it is almost a teal blue green color with ultra fine glitter in it. It's very cute. Okay. I don't know if there were any other comparisons that I missed. I know people were talking about them. All right. So for the black lines, I'm actually gonna switch over to the stripey brush. This is our long striper. And We're gonna paint some lines using black tie. And I'm gonna do 2 up and 2 across. So dip your brush in, and then I usually scrape it out, and that works it through the bristles so you get a better glide when you're doing a striping design. So there we go. And then divide it into 2. Lightly hold it and drag it down. There we go. And then we're going to do another one over here. Right, I might need to scooch that over. Redo. Okay. A little bit more over here. Drag it down. And then over here, drag it down. And then we're going to go across. And then one more. All right. And then we're going to put the X's on there. You could switch to the Shorty brush if you want, but I'm just going to do it with my stripey because I've already got the gel on there. And then you can put them wherever you like. Maybe we'll do diagonal parts this time. Okay. Like so. All right. So I got my black ones down. We're going to cure that. And then I'm going to do the hearts, but I'm going to do them diagonally this time. Done with black tie. We're going to switch back to Queen of Hearts. And I'm going to do it exactly the same way as we did the little cross stitch heart over here with the dotting tool and the Shorty brush. It's the same way I do all of my hearts. So I have dotting tools and all the sizes. Okay. Any questions so far? Nope. Any other color comparisons you guys want to see? All right. Someone said I taught them a new way of doing hearts. Yay. I think that's the easiest way to do them. Hearts are tricky, so it's the best way to get them even on the little hearts on the top. Okay. Someone asked for Bonbon compared to, I'm guessing, Whimsical Whiskers. So let's do our hearts first, and then we will take a look at those. Doing the little dots. Just and then grabbing Shorty. And pulling them down. Okay. Fill it in. And there you go. This would be very cute to do a full set where you have like different tic-tac-toes on every nail or a couple accent nails. But obviously love wins every time. That's the rule. Okay, Bonbon. Grab that one. Okay, Bonbon and Whimsical Whisker. Ooh, they are close. Whimsical Bonbon is actually a smidge lighter, a little bit wider. This one's a little bit pinker. Whimsical Whiskers is a little bit pinker. And then Bon is a little bit whiter, but close. Very cute. How does Whimsical Whiskers compare to Flower Power? I think Flower Power is going to be a brighter pink. Oh, even the cover is brighter. So yes, this one is a more intense pink color. It's still on the softer side, but definitely more white in Whimsical Whiskers. This one's a little bit cool and pinker.
I feel like Whimsical Whiskers is also like you could apply one coat of it and it's a little sheer. Like it's almost marshmallow mixed
Like
with
a
a pink.
milky, yeah, like a milky pinkish. It's Phone Home, maybe, but more pink. Phone Home is a like semi-sheer that we had in this little collection. Isn't it Phone Home? Oh, wait, no, it's Phone Home. This one I only have in P plus though, but this one's definitely lighter, but it has like the same kind of milky consistency. Okay.
Yeah, Phone Home is definitely similar in like how it looks like with the one coat and the two coats. It's the same kind of sheer. But yeah, Phone Home is definitely a lot more like light. Yeah,
it's very light. It's like a kiss of pink. All right, let's top coat this one. Someone is hoping for more milky colors in buttercream. So yeah, hopefully we get some. I'm hoping for more jellies in the future too.
I personally want to see some milky Jimmy Gels colors.
Oh, more of the sheer Jimmy Gel? Or like milky ones. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
like almost like
Like
Boomer
a
White,
baby
but I want
boomer
color.
Yeah, the boomer white. Yep, that would be cool. Fingers crossed we get more. Okay, so I think we have run out of time for this guy, but that's okay. I wasn't sure if we would or not have time for it. But for this one, I used Red Rover as the base color, and then I used Just White Buttercream, and then the I'm Late for the X's and O's. And they're just X's and O's, and I did them the same way down the center first and then down the sides as I did with the cross-stitching heart ones. If you have any questions about that one, you really want to know, you're always welcome to send me a message. But here we go. Let's look at them all. There's the ones we did today. Super cute. I hope everyone's ready for Valentine's Day nails now. All right. So next week, Christy Angel is doing dark 3D Valentine's Day nails. So if you want some more Valentine's nails, you have the girlies who like the darker stuff for Valentine's, definitely check out next week's. I'm very obsessed with 3D art right now too, so hopefully she's got some good stuff on there. And as always, we have the Light Elegance University 2.0. So if you haven't checked that out yet, definitely go do that. Ashley has been doing a lot of great stuff with education. We have a lot of in-person classes coming up with the trade show season around the corner. So keep an eye out for those. And we have the new to LE Facebook page. So if anyone has questions, most of the ambassadors and the educators are on Facebook on that page, and you can always give us a shout out on there if you have anything you want to ask. And there's a nice community of people who are absolutely willing to help with any questions. My discount code for today is Farah0204, which is today's date, and that is good for 1 week until next Wednesday, the next power hour. So make sure you use that while you can. And I think that's everything. I will see you guys again hopefully soon. Thank you.